What is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today I am looking at the Black Series Marrok. And this kind of is a bit of a controversial figure, I guess you could say. Just like my last review of the Pre-Vizsla, which you should go check that out after this. But when this guy was revealed, really about a month ago, the fans did not like the paint job right off the bat. And as you can see, the rust color, as people are calling it, which I think it is pretty much confirmed that it is kind of a more rust, supposed to be rust. And the shade of the actual armor, as you can see, it's kind of a gray with the bright orange rust. And a lot of people did not like that at all because it just wasn't quite as accurate to the what we eventually saw on screen. And yeah, people were just a little disappointed. But I think, when people want these figures, when the TV show's coming out, this is what we have to deal with sometimes. And that's unfortunate, but people always seem to tend to complain when a figure comes out and the show has been, long done for over a year. But that seems to when they really nail those figures. So I don't know. It's sometimes a give and take things in the community. But nonetheless, let's get this guy out of the package and see what he's all about. All right, and here is Marrok right out of the package. And yeah, that color is a bit bright. And I think, really, I think a simple dark wash should balance it out just a tad. And it'll seep into those crevices. But right off rip, yes, it is a little jarring, and especially from what we actually saw on screen. And we saw him in the daylight and it just wasn't quite like this. But like I said, when Hasbro is forced to probably work off concept art, this sometimes is what we get. But starting with his one and only accessory, which we have seen quite a bit in the last year and a half, is these Inquisitor blades, and they've kind of got them down now. We've seen those quite a few times, kind of your typical Inquisitor style lightsaber. But let's get this guy, take a closer look. And right off the bat, again, that kind of bright orangish color just really pops. And I think in a action figure way, I think it works better than just having him all black. But, accurate for accuracy's sake, you do want to see that just a tad darker. I don't think you want to go like super accurate where in the show sometimes it's just straight black. But, I think it's a little jarring off rip. And I am a little bit of an apologist for Hasbro at times, so I cut them some slack. So, but the sculpt, again, the new sculpting. Look at these shoes. He's got like Harry or Peter Pan shoes or something. But the sculpting is freaking amazing. That just the engineering of this piece right here in the middle is like totally a floaty piece. It's not even attached to anything. This overlay piece, again, the shoulder pads, like your typical Black Series banger articulation. These soft goods, it's like it feels like those cloth. You can see through it almost. Well, you can see through it. It's like that material they give you with your phone to clean your phone screen, or like glasses material, kind of super thin and just lays really nice, which obviously is a must, I think, for soft goods at this scale, for them to look right. And I think this guy gets the job done perfect. Yeah, really nothing more to say. This guy looks absolutely amazing. Let's run down the articulation. For the head movement, we do have some very, very nice tilt there. He can get a bunch of attitude if you want, or, looking in some crazy poses. He looks down quite a bit as well and up quite a bit. And yeah, just some fantastic head movement here. So that is very nice to see. Moving down to the shoulders here, he does have some very nice butterfly joints. As you can see, those get a lot of range. The shoulder pad is on that O-ring style they like to do pretty much all the time now. He can get up about 90. You could probably push that. Could swivel it all the way around if you wanted. At the elbow, there is a swivel right here. And again, we have that like paint kind of I guess if it's supposed to be rust, I don't know why his clothing is rusting, but nonetheless, we do get about a little over 90 for the elbow articulation there. And he does have back and forth on this hand with a swivel, and then forward and back on this hinge. And then the abdomen, I can't really tell. I think there is a ball hinge right here at this cut, but these floaty pieces kind of hinder it. And then there doesn't seem to be any waist articulation there. He can crunch back about that far and forward about that far. Pretty decent ab movement here. As you can see, he can get all over the place. This is going to be a really fun figure to pose, I can already tell. And then we do have the kind of newer design with the no swivel here at the thigh, but it does move a little bit. Not as much as some figures we have seen recently, but it does move a little bit. But nonetheless, we do have swivel down here at the knee, which pretty much gets you that swivel regardless. So I don't really feel like that thigh cut is necessary, and it keeps that sculpt really nice. The knee does bend about 90, and of course that does swivel. I don't think there is any boot swivel. His feet, you go back about that far and forward about that far. So really just some solid articulation. I can already tell this guy is going to be super fun to pose, but first, let's get him into some comparisons. So in the Ahsoka show, we actually did never find out like a backstory of Marrok being what Inquisitor was he, or, where he was during the time of the Empire. But we can kind of assume he was just a resurrected random Inquisitor. So a definite display option for some, I think, will be displaying him with your other Inquisitors. So here he is next to the Grand Inquisitor, which they, with the Marrok being a little more rusty, he doesn't fit in as well like all the other Inquisitors do. But I think you could fudge it. Here he is with my custom Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi. Just wanted to show this guy off. He utilizes the fifth brother body, and yeah, super easy custom. Really kind of a kit bash, but yeah. And next up, for some more series appropriate display options, we do have him next to Sabine. And although they do never fight, we do kind of see them in the same vicinity. And of course, they are both in the Ahsoka series, which both these figures are directly pulled from. So I think it's a viable option for display. And of course, they look amazing together. I never did a real official review on the Sabine figure, but she is amazing, and I have been having so much fun with these Ahsoka figures, and the show I thought was just absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. So yeah, I'm having so much fun build this shelf, and yeah, just the display is looking amazing already. And last but not least, we do have Ahsoka herself here with a custom Daredevil 19 cape. Shout out to him. If you know, on the channel I praise Daredevil 19 and his Vader capes, but all his capes are amazing, so go check him out. His Ahsoka capes are amazing. I'm getting him to make me a white one and can't wait for that. But again, these guys look absolutely amazing together, probably the way most of you guys will display this guy. And yeah, I just think this is a great figure, and they look great together. All right, guys, and yeah, at the end of the day, this guy is a fantastic, super fun figure. So this is kind of a thought that just popped in my head actually. My last review, if you go watch that, I talk about how Pre Vizsla looks fantastic. He looks fantastic. I mean, he is super accurate, from what I can tell, and he looks so good. But he's not fun. He's not a fun action figure. This guy kind of looks a little doo-doo-ish, but he is a super fun action figure, and that, I think, is ultimately what can make or break a figure, for me at least. Let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments. But would you rather have a super, super fun figure that you love to pick up and pose, that maybe doesn't look quite like how he did in the show or whatever media he is from, they're from, but they're so fun to pick up and pose around, rather than a figure that looks amazing, but you don't want to touch them? Let me know kind of what your guys' thought on that is, because it literally just popped in my head, so wanted to share it. But yeah, super fun figure. This guy is so fun. I definitely recommend going to get him. Even if you didn't really care for the show or don't pick up, a lot of the different figures from the shows, because I know there's a lot of them. Go get this guy. He's a fun figure. And he's just a cool dude with a lightsaber at the end of the day. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I know this video is getting long. If you're still here, I love you. Go enter in my giveaway. I'm giving away 2 Hot Toys, and SH Figure Arts Anakin, and a bunch of Black Series figures. And I will draw once I hit 1,000. So make sure you subscribe. Go tell all your buddies to subscribe. I have a bunch of the newer figures already reviewed on my channel. Balin and Shin are coming this week. You guys have been blowing up my channel. Record month, as I've said in a couple videos now. Thank you all. You guys are the best. You guys are the reason that I keep going. I have the energy to keep going after a long day of work and sit down and make a review. It's because I want to give these reviews out to you guys who maybe, are on a budget and don't know which figures to get, and, stuff like that. So, thank you all. I can't wait to give back to the community, and you guys are just amazing. So if you're still here, go enter in my giveaway. You will have to search for it right now. I talk about it in a couple of my Vader videos. I'll give you that hint. So go figure out how to enter. There will be an official video coming soon, but as of right now, you can enter through those Darth Vader videos. Other than that, let me know what you guys think of this figure. Are you going to get him? What are your thoughts on the Ahsoka show? I loved it. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you all. Love you all. May the Force be with you.